expecting that they would be sort of neck and neck in terms of turnout. We did in the last part see an uptick in younger voters turning out. So, it'll be interesting to see who turns out to vote tomorrow, given where we are. But I think one of the things I would stress is that this election
another ICBM for
just
Sudan.
because 57% of North Carolinians
South
participated,
Sudan.
we saw 75% turnout in 2020. So there are still a lot of voters who can come out, vote, and know that your voice will be heard and that your vote will be counted. Yes.
Questions. I'm David Lamb with NTD News. So in terms of poll workers and training and hiring, how has this year been in terms of improvement over last year's with poll workers?
In terms of, we've been
excuse me.
It's been pretty remarkable. It takes about 25,000 individuals to make voting happen at these polling places, and we were even concerned in Western North Carolina that we would see some difficulty, and so
make fun of their accent.
The resolution and legislation gave flexibility to those counties to allow for people outside the county, and yet they never had to exercise that option. They were able to find workers within their counties. I think whether it's because of Hurricane Helene or just their commitment to this as their civic duty, people want to give back and they want to be involved. And even though they know that the environment has changed.
You know what? Instead, you got a war to lose.
So when post-election certification,
I think that's more important, making sure you lose these wars.
The CFTC's loss in court, a number of people will let you do it.
Focus on them losing the war.
Pretending not to be American.
Well, that's why, Justina, in your story, you note that the prediction markets have entered the big leagues with the 2024 presidential vote. I mean,
like knock them out for
this is kind of
like permanently
for everyone, for investors, for betting, for the betting public here in America.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we're seeing really large volumes, especially compared to before. And one thing that I think is really interesting is, when it comes to financial markets, we always think the more liquidity, the better. And so kind of by that logic, I mean, this year's odds should be especially informative. But at the same time, it's kind of funny because I spoke to an expert, on Friday, and he was saying, maybe pay attention to the smallest market of all, which is predicted.
Alright, cut. I'm gonna smurf them, and we'll just pretend like it didn't happen. Because they're not gonna pay me.
And of course, that's kind of a really interesting question now, because Predicted is the one platform that's giving even odds to the two candidates at this moment.
And it also, if you look back to the summer, Predicted saw Kamala Harris the other prediction markets that were out there. It saw the chance that, presumably because often the academics who are betting on Predicted are fairly well plugged in democratic politics, they got that Joe Biden was likely to have to stand down, and that Kamala Harris would be nigh on unstoppable if he did to get the nomination, far before Polymarket did. So they're not dumb. The other thing that is, if you're trying to produce a prediction, i.e. if you're not hedging your bets, if you're not trying to make money, but you're looking for the public to get better of a good prediction, on Predicted, everybody, including you.
Oh my gosh, go. Speak faster.
You guys, thank you so much. A great round the table on that. John Authors of Bloomberg Markets and Bloomberg Opinion, Justina Lee, Markets with Directly.
Hey, watch this shit, go. Now, where's that little shit? And it's over. There you go. Just like that. Really?
Later on tonight, looking at it close.
Well, what else you got?
In the whole state of Georgia. Tomorrow, officials will be working
around the clock to make sure
all of the ballots are counted and reported correctly. And because of a Georgia state law, we should start seeing results from the early voting in Georgia an hour after the polls close. NBC News correspondent Blaine Alexander's outside the Fulton County Elections Hub. Blaine, good to see you. Fulton County was the epicenter.
Pays dividends. Come on, EAF. I need some dividends, cuz.
2020, we all remember that. How are officials working to try to make
I'm not saying I alone.
Well, Kate, this building right here behind me is one major way they're doing this. This is something that's brand new for this presidential election. We didn't see this back in 2020. Back then,
like,
all of the elections operations were kind of
dividends.
spread amongst different locations throughout the county, including the State Farm Arena. This time, they've got everything centralized under one very large roof. And they say that that's part of their effort in kind of increasing transparency on the process. There's an area, a designated area for members of the public to come in, to watch the process as the results are tabulated. But, of course, that is not going to stop the questions, and it's not going to stop the lawsuits. We already saw filed over the weekend challenging the legality of Fulton County accepting absentee ballots during the weekend at government locations.
Niggas weird.
A state judge quickly
Yeah, this shit with y'all where y'all hate black women, I don't get it, cuz it's strange to me.
He was here back in 2020. He's been here
Like,
for
what,
quite some
cuz?
time.
I'm not trying to fuck my sister, okay? That's my answer.
And they're ready for it. Take a look.
I believe
Got the same type of hair as my sister. I'm not trying to fuck you.
But we get sued every day. So the answer to
As long as we can verify that you're not related to me, you know, whatever. But like otherwise, until then,
if a suit or
creepy.
come forward, we will be
Why y'all keep trying to fuck your sister?
we've done and all the preparations been put in.
That's why Japan, they got that population crisis. Cause them niggas over there trying to fuck their sister.
So they said, look, they're ready. If you got challenges, we're ready to handle them. And that's a similar posture, Kate, to what we've seen from other Georgia officials, including the Secretary of State in the days leading up to this election.
When you're a black person, I mean, it ain't no question generally how this shit gonna go when you have a kid. They're probably gonna fucking look like you. You ain't taking them to fucking supercuts to get their hair cut, nigga. That shit ain't happening. It's not gonna happen, cut. I don't know, you could go like anybody. Go, who's that guy? The Steph Curry guy. Like, hey, cut. That nigga don't go to sports cuts or super cuts, nigga.
Will Gen Zers turn out to vote? According to our most recent NBC News Stay Tuned Gen Z poll powered by SurveyMonkey,
Depending on like your ethnic makeup, is it like a person of European descent? Even then, I mean, you might be better off going to like a black barbershop.
both campaigns need them to. With nearly 40% have the potential to swing the election. But in these crucial last moments before polls close,
Motherfuckers,
students have been the targets of misinformation campaigns.
my mom will hit me with the like, you know, we get your hair braided by some Dominicans. Like, no, nigga, what the fuck's wrong with you? Them niggas don't know how to cut hair.
So it says if you vote in a state that you're not eligible in,
Barber shop. So help my gosh.
You got all kinds. I mean, you got all kinds of stories.
I can't support treason, so. Actually, you know what? I don't even know what this shit is you try here. You see it, they make all them creepy ass animes about some nigga trying to fuck his sister. Or is yeah. Sword art online incest. Trying to fuck his cousin or something. Like, oof, yeah, we see what happened with you. Weirdos. Gotcha. Someone was like, hey, cuz, you know, we're gonna put this in the fucking whatever the fuck. Like, yeah, no, nigga. Nigga, we ain't Muslim. you could call it like a trope or a cliche or whatever. Pretty common. You question why, you know, their population is dropping. Like, well, I don't. One of the things that I question, motherfuckers be like they got all all this like anime bullshit in their house. They're spending money on like figurines and shit. I'm like, really, nigga? You want like buying swords or nothing? How do Japanese people spend their money? They're like, nah, cuz I need this life-size like statue of Naruto. Like, really, cuz? Really, nigga? Japanese. I think that's what y'all call them, right?
You ever wonder how carefree a Japanese Gen? But when her fave instead she sardines and a bar spend some money to kick back with a drink. Here is a day in the life of a Tokyo at 2 a.m. to the sound of 2 hours in bed. Earn a living by the satisfying 2 hour.
They got like a lot less bullshit than some other people. I guess they were like, let's find somebody. Like, why aren't you buying like katanas and shit? These are my questions. It's strange to me. I mean, you know, maybe it's like a cultural difference, but I'm like, shit. I be buying armor and katanas and shit, man. What's up with y'all to get bitches, nigga? If it makes you happy, I'm like, shit. I definitely wouldn't be shaving. You like Jinpachi Mishima.
Have you ever?
Yeah, see, like me, if I lived there, it'd just be like swords everywhere. Could be like full of katanas and shit. That's my argument.
Noticed how
like, oh yeah, watch out, it's another katana.
Hedonia, like
that's the whole dachi over there.
Remember that nostalgia that made it much worse. Like they look at. I had never felt that way. The kanabo and the the spears and shit. That didn't work, but I've only ever felt that way after. So.
Japanese apartment full of swords. Buying swords in Japan. They're like, in Japan you can't like buy a sword unless it's made in Japan. That's another ICBM for Sudan. Self-Sudan. It's not personal. It's business. Damn, this shit's kind of expensive, man. God damn. Y'all gotta be price gouging, cause oh my gosh, gee. Look, man, it's not like an old Dachi or nothing. You like going to the jewelry store and they're like, come on, man. The scabbard. Sheath, whatever you want. Oh my goodness. Yeah, how much is a boken? Okay, that's fair, right? It'd be full of bokens. $80 for a boken, cuz. Come on, man. Well, they're not in short supply. 45 bucks probably. Oh my gosh. Are you joking? You know how many swords I could get? Okay, yeah, yeesh, man. Is it going to pay the bills? Does it pay rent, man? God damn. For the bag. Must be like luxury, man.
제 개인적인 공방이기도 하고 뭐 판매도 하고.
어디야? 안내해.
차 문은 닫아야지.
내 차 아닌데? 여기 세우군요. 실례합니다.
여기 금색도
멧돼지겠죠?
아, 그건 멧돼지가 아니고요. 그건 토끼예요.
왜 멧돼지랑
토끼예요.
토끼가?
오, 실제로 길이가 좀 짧은 만큼 뭔가 들기에 되게 수월하다 그래야 되나?
친구의 몸값이 어떻게 되는지 알 수 있을까요?
270만 원.
일본 200년 된 카타나 270만 원. 집단 배기 같은 거.
네, 할 수 있죠. 200년 된 할아버지를 갖다가 묵살시키는 거. 그렇게 주지 마시고 항상
날이 나한테 오게.
네, 이렇게 한 손으로 받는 사람이 요거 같은 경우는 한 150년밖에 안 됐는데
위에 있는 컴이요? 150년밖에 안 됐다고.
네, 안 됐어요. 요거는 무메이인데 이름이 없다는 거예요. 작자 미상. 무메이는 가짜가 없어요. 메이가 있는 건데
Okay. Buying weapons in Japan. Buying bow in Japan. Buying arrow in Japan. Yeah, I bet.
The most distinct aspect of a Japanese bow is the length. At over 2
bow
meters
costs
tall,
more.
these bows are difficult to handle, and making them is just as challenging.
What else? Kanabo. Japanese. Buying Japanese. Do you sell the kanabo or?
Do any of you have fight with kanabo? The kanabo is a spiked or studded two-handed war club used in feudal Japan by samurai. Many people ask us if there are any ryuha styles that still train it.
武道として定義づいてないんですよ。それ流派として残ってない。合力武芸者っていうのがいたんですよ。一般に防用性のないものは残んないですからね。
Just like the odachi, onaginata, asakari, axe, etc., there were some weapons that could only be used by warriors with great muscular strength. A weapon that can't be handled by the majority of the people wouldn't be carried down as an arm. However, there are some old Jo staff techniques that may have derived from kanabo.
金棒がこうあるとして、その下に体入れてって担ぐようにしてグンってやってボンと出すんですよ。
Because a kanabo is very heavy, it was often swung this way to attack. If you'd like to learn more about Budo martial arts, katana, and samurai culture from a Kobudo master, please check out our channel. And do any of you have fight with kanabo? The kanabo.
Do.
Welcome to Samurai Wisdom. Today,
guys, WFL Martial Arts in Japan playlist. So there's
2 days, man. Am I jealous? It was like Yukimura. He said Yukimura. Old Dutchy. Touchies and old Dutchies. I don't know if a katana shop is going to sell you an old Dutchy, because I went to a convention where I first saw the old Dutchy. I was like, oh, you're allowed to sell this to people? Like, holy shit. I didn't even know I could buy this. I had no idea, cuz. Yeah, I kind of like.
There are mainly 3 differences between the tachi and katana.
I let the katana go for the old Dachi. It's an old Dachi. It's varying types.
Odachi and nodachi, what are the differences? Conclusions first. 1. Odachi is simply a long sword in general, while nodachi is meant to be used on the battlefield.
One's larger.
Odachi is longer than nodachi. Odachi and nodachi were very long katana that were mainly used on horseback from the Kamakura to the Sengoku era. It was meant for the samurai to appeal their strength and bravery, which was thought of as something honorable for a samurai at that time. However, the definition of odachi and nodachi are not clearly defined, and there is no correct answer. For example, depending on the researcher or study, the term katana can represent 5.
Yeah, that's what they'll say.
It might be useful to remember, though, that O of odachi simply means big, while no of nodachi means wild, vulgar. So I personally understand that odachi is a general term for a very long katana, and nodachi is a kind of odachi that was meant to be actually used in odachi and nodachi. What are the differences?
Oh man. Snarf. Cause like that trying to break you don't want your nice sword to get all fucked up. I don't want nicks in my sword and shit, man. Do. Oh, it's the it's a different one.
What is extra about this 150-year-old katana? Well, like your flamboyant friend, it is over the top. Compared to a modern-day production katana, the ska is extra long and extra wide. The tsuba is extra large and extra thick. And the blade, wow. The blade is 80 centimeters long in blade length. It is also a little bit on the straight side. What's most extra about these swords were the type of people who used them. Folks like Saigo Takamori and Sakamoto Ryoma, who were giants of their time. And they were all part of the Kinoto, a group of samurai who supported the emperor over the Tokugawa shogunate during the Meiji Restoration. What is extra?
Man, that joint is like very, that's a curve on that.
Alright, here we are at Tozando.
Yeah, that's a curve, man. Same thing though. Like I don't want any of my swords to get nicks in them. Yeah, you could really hurt yourself with that joint too. you could fuck yourself up with that one. Oh. It is not difficult. I don't know, you could like bonk yourself on the head just on accident. It's super difficult to practice with it, man.
Ships on vigor of the waves of
Copyright claim.
God, I've been waiting.
Nah, gee, them Tachis, they kind of heavy, man. They're a little heavy. Japanese host club. Where's Mr. Japan? You're not gonna get.
Tells. The more they spend, the more the host earns. At the end of each month, the clubs list the names of their highest earners. Huiz says she spent a total of 180,000 euros to drink and spend time with the same host.
What the fuck?
I had millions of yen.
but I spent it all. Land together.
Host clubs are legal and can be found in cities across Japan. Women run up large tabs buying expensive wine, champagne and cocktails. The more they spend, the more the host earns. At the end of each month, the clubs list the names of their highest earners. Huiz says she spent a total of 180,000
What?
euro. To drink and spend time.
Oh my gosh, gee.
I had millions of yen, but I spent it all. He told me to go make money abroad. So I went and worked abroad.
You, who ended up working in the commercial sex industry, is still paying off her debts. The clubs insist their employees do not have sex with their clients, but it's impossible to know what happens off the club premises. An estimated 6,000 men hosts in Kabukicho, a small neighborhood that's home to around 300 clubs,
I've been dreaming.
a magnet for tens of thousands of women.
Yeah, that's why they're not dating. Shh.
We meet women who are unhappy with their daily lives or who want to find love. They can breathe here.
Some of the women end up falling in love with their hosts and rack up enormous tabs each time they visit the club. The hosts know exactly how to woo their clients. With their floppy hair, angular features and effeminate looks, they're well versed in being
Niggas just shave, cuz.
In turn, clients hand over their contacts, giving the host the opportunity to take the relationship outside of the workplace.
Man, they shave way too much, cuz.
At this Kabukicho club, the team leader issues final instructions to the hosts before the start of another busy
He said, yeah, nigga, get the fucking money, nigga. Y'all know what we're here for, nigga. We're here for the money, nigga.
Get chosen if women don't trust us or have doubts about our
Money.
Many host clubs, which have been around since the 1960s, are now under the spotlight for the wrong reasons. In recent months, local authorities have carried out inspections to establish whether underage female clients have been encouraged.
Nigga said it better smell like the fish market in this motherfucker, nigga.
Heavy debts after multiple host club visits are under 18. One, aged just 15, spent 35,000 euros in just 4 months.
How'd they generate this money, cuz? Some people don't make that much money in a year, cuz. Holy fuck.
As you happen to be in Shinjuku and walk around, if by mistake you turn into an alley like the one you might see in a video or passing glance, you'll notice the neon lit signs of host bars lining the narrow streets.
Hey guys, it's Kay from Asian Boss. Apparently there's tens of thousands of what's known as hostess clubs in Japan, and it's so easy to spot them because there's street signs everywhere. They found in a survey that 1 in 4 Japanese women looking for work has experience working at hostess and other similar clubs. So
1 in 4. Ooh.
どんな女の子がハマりやすいと思いますか？
ホストの体験入店って言ってみて
もし通い始めたらどうするんですか？同意のもとでですか？
いや、隠して。
それはもう別れると思いますね。天井がないので愛情に関しては求めすぎると。
いつからホストやってますか？
How much do they let y'all keep, cuz? What the fuck?
ホストについてどう思いますか？
ホストについて、いや別に楽しい場所やから私は好きです。
通ったことはありますか？
あ、今も行ってます。
あ、今行く途中ですか？
いや、後で
なるほど。いつから通っているんですか？
半年前ぐらい。
そして通うきっかけは何でしたか？
友達に誘われて行ってって感じ。
何が一番好きですか？顔ですね。やっぱりみんなイケメン。一人のホストか、それともいろんなホストに通ってるんですか？一人ですね。一途。ナンバーワンにさせてあげたいですか？
させてあげたいですね。
You're like, why am I watching this? Did you hear how much is 35,000 euros, cuz?
そしてナンバーワンもさせてあげるには何をした方がいいですか？
That's 35. It's a little bit more than $35,000 here. They say in like 4 months, nigga.
最大は10万って感じですね。
いや、最低。
最低は10万高く。どうやってした方がいいですか？
頑張って通ってお金使う。
ちなみに1回でどれくらい使うんですか？
でもその日による。
Come on, cuz $640.
けど最低でも10万ぐらい。
最大は10万って感じですね。
いや、最低。
最低は10万高く。どうやってそんなお金を稼いでるんですか？
バイトを頑張る。
結構頑張ってそう。
毎日キラキラしてる世界だなと思うんですけど、金額が高いので、あんまり私はなんか気軽には行けるような店じゃないなとは思います。
もし安かったら行きたいですか？
安かったら1回は経験として行ってみたいです。
好奇心でですね。
好奇心。
もし安かったら彼氏がいる間に行くんですか？自分は。
私は行かないです。はい。よ
かったですね。もし行ったらどうするんですか？
もしかしたら落ち込むかもしれないです。
あんまり印象は良くないんです。
なぜですか？
女の人の弱い部分を利用してる感じがして嫌ですね。
はい、具体的にはどういうふうにですか？どんな弱い部分を利用してどういうふうに得しているんですか？
なんか寂しい気持ち利用して金稼いだろうっていう気持ちが見えてるんで嫌ですね。
なるほど、よく聞きますね、そういう話。どうですか？
私もあんまり良くないです。
Is it lonely or like they just got money?
一回だけですね、どういう世界なのかみたいな。ハマる心配ありますか？それで今まで行かなかったんですか？
そういうわけじゃないですけど、機会があれば行ける。
なるほど。どんな女の子がハマりやすいと思いますか？わかる？
なんか私アイドルオタクなんですけど、そういう人がハマりやすいと思います。
でもそのお金がなければホストがその通ってる女性には全く興味ないというのを考えたらなんか嫌じゃないですか？
確かに。けどかっこいいから
今付き合ってますか？はい。なるほど。もし通い始めたらどうするんですか？
ちょっと考えます。時計を。なるほど。
止めてくれる。
ごめん。好きにしてる感じ。
いつからホストやってますか？
ホストは1年前からで29歳からやってます。
始めるきっかけは何でしたか？
始めるきっかけはもともと携帯の営業の仕事をしてたんですけど、それずっと成績が1位だったんで、ホストでもいけるかなと思ってやりました。
やっぱり営業で使うスキルとホストで使うスキルは似てるんですか？
最終的に持っていくところは似てるんで、そこは問題はないです。
よく見た目は言われてるんですけど、ホストとしては何が一番大事だと思いますか？能力としては。
I'll be back.
ホストとしてですか？ホストとしてはやっぱり、女の子のちょっとしたこととかを気づいたらできることが大事だと思います。気遣いが大事です。
同時にどれくらいの女と交流し
同時に、まあ、1日多かったら3人で交流しないと回らないと思います。
長期的にもその関係維持みたいなのが、
はい、それが大事です。
大変ですか、その管理というか。
管理が大事なんですけど、やってて楽しいんで、全然そこは問題ないです。
ホストになって一番やりがいを感じるときは何ですか？
ホストのやりがいですか？まあ、やっぱり、お客さん来てもらって楽しんでもらえるのが一番やりがいだと思います。
bitches and money. He said women's and monies. Anyway. Why you monkeys still talking about this shit? Like it concerns you or something. I'll just sit awake.
Let's move on. Let's talk about how identity politics is impacting Britain's
Idiots in my mind. Idiots talk at night. Like who's African? Okay. Who let the monkeys talk?
I know.
I'm not sure you can't say it's well. I mean, they're like, you know, Indians aren't Asian, so that's what he said. He's like, you know, like I don't know, half of Asia's majority is one of the largest majorities of people on the planet aren't from the continent they're from. Next they'll be like Mongolians aren't Asian. Okay, Mongolia, the Mongols. Yeah, we see what's happening to your country, huh? All the Muslim immigrants poking your shit up. Muslim immigrants in the UK. Hey, you yuck mouth, say, keep talking. Keep flapping them garbage trucks you call lips, cuz.
England is to suffer the worst far right.
Kind of the point. Because, you know, we're going to double back to this. Nah. Come on, speak up for yourself, right? Where you at now? You like reparations, stupid. Let me hear you say Islam, stupid. Go ahead, go for it. Whatever, G. Oh, when you get a 10.
I hate to feed you beef over getting wrestled with.
Oh no, the marbles again?
No, not that regular beef.
Oh, like real beef without marbles in it? Why is the ground beef got the marbles in it, but like the cubed beef don't? Are you making roast? Roast beef chunks? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna make some beef patties. Hopefully you don't throw it away this time. We got cabbage?
It's okay, I'm not fixing none today.
No cabbage? No. Ah, damn. I'm trying to make this beef patty stuff with roast beef, because it just makes sense. Excuse me. But you gotta process it. I don't think you need to with roast beef, because it just like, you know. Jamaican roast beef. I don't know if they make. Yeah, maybe, I guess. Roast beef patty. I think the brisket is like way too much. Anyway, reparations. Look how my answer to you is like anybody that's like, you don't deserve reparations. Like, you just shoot their motherfucking ass, cuz. That's my answer to you. Shoot them with a fucking crossbow in the head. It'll solve all the problems, actually. Who told you violence don't solve problems? Look at Israel, nigga. Fuck you. They like, violence don't solve problems. Like, yeah, tell that to Israel. Go ahead. Pull out your crossbow and shoot them niggas in the motherfucking head. William Tell style. With the crossbow. Hey, Germany, send them U-boats over there. Why not, right? It's moments like this where I'm like, yeah, you know what? Maybe the Nazis were right bombing your motherfucking heads. They had to be, right? When the Nazis were bombing y'all, like, who could blame them, apparently? Since we're not fighting the Germans this time. Thought I saw you in a submarine. said, "Yeah, that's U-boats." Yeah, I heard you like U-boats, cuz. Nah, I seen you put tuna on beans. You put tuna on baked beans. We don't have shit in common, cuz. We have no cultural anything with each other. Where you putting tuna fish on baked beans, nigga? That ain't a struggle meal, cuz. That's like diarrhea. I don't know who was trying to hit you with that one. Then you'll see somebody's like the Irish were slaves, and they're like, yeah, you know, fuck the Irish, they say. Someone's like, you ever seen a Chinese U-boat, motherfucker? The United States puts marbles in my food, so I make sure they lose war. Hey, no. The United States puts marbles in my food, so I make sure they lose their wars.
So when them reds get through washing, can you put them in the dryer, please?
No problem. Yeah, you enjoy that, cuz. Enjoy losing every war that you're gonna be a part of. The route. Oi lad. The route. And I know all y'all motherfuckers like over there in Europe with your fucking like totally unfucking comprehensible accents. You can't use no fucking YouTube voice shit. Put it in the boot. Exactly. Put it in the boot. Water. The boot of the car. The boot of the car. The boot of the car. Oh lad, why you spitting at me flat? Why you spitting at me flat, lad? Yeah, I thought so. The Scotsman Samurai Jack. That's another ICBM for you.
History with tons of foot-long options for $5 or less. That thing banging off your hip is so looks like a prototype. Anyone moving a piece of it? Around. You'd be better off using your slippers for that weapon.
He said you'd be better off jumping off the fucking bridge, lad.
Yes, it's a sword and it's bigger than yours. What do you think of that, Mr. Pajama Wearing?
He said, "Oi, go jump in the lake." Scottish people use YouTube. The sheep's stomach. Look, like you use your accent and you're for real. You use your accent and it's like it's just for fun, cause it's for fun. Vinland Saga. Yeah, he's a Greek, allegedly. The Greeks versus the Vikings. It's Viking. Spartans versus Vikings. They made like a whole game about this, actually. You know, I don't think those Spartans, they know you're Viking shit, cause they're not gonna kill you. You don't kill a Viking in battle. Nah, see, you can kill him, just not in battle. As long as it's not in battle. They go over this with like with Deadliest Warrior, where they put like a ninja up against, I think, like a Spartan, and they're like, yeah, you know, the ninja's just gonna come back and kill that nigga in his sleep. They do like a whole pre-battle ritual and shit. Think, no, I just gotta make sure, you know, like if I poison you, right, you're not gonna die in a battle. They do it in Vinland Saga, where like Thor kill, he's like tracking these niggas. And I'm like, well, you know, if I just poison that guy, right, or like give him something where he can't, you know, or he'll like succumb to the injury, then, you know, no Valhalla for you. You'll never be dining in the halls of Valhalla, lad. It's not gonna happen. $10 million. To 7.5. Like some sea urchin toxin or something to paralyze you. Like Kratos does with Thor, where he's like, yeah, cause get poisoned, nigga. Valhalla for you, laddie. You ever seen Highlander, where like, you know, the nigga can't die? And it's like the greatest curse ever to him. You seen how I do, I don't like getting messy. They name their shit after the Spartans, not after the Vikings. Nobody names their military operations after Vikings,
It's a
You talking about old Blondie over there? You know, old brown hair. That's a different story. But Blondie over there, woof. You talking about Goldilocks, man? Like, alright, y'all, you got your pockets in. It's Vikings. You got your pockets in. Yeah, throw some sand in their eyes. Get your bag of sand and throw that shit in their motherfucking eyes. You're gonna try and throw their axe, just sidestep the shit, duck, get close to the ground, and then throw some fucking sand in their eyes. It's just in battle. I just have to make sure that I don't kill you in the battle. That's it. You can kill him, just not in the battle. Now the conditions to go to Asgard are very, well, to Valhalla, they're very specific. You have to die in battle. You can't fall to your death. You don't get to go, cause you don't get to die old age, blah blah blah. If you die to an injury and it's outside the battle's over. Like, no Valhalla for you, cause shh. My favorite one is like where you give them burns and you just like leave the fight, and you know, like you'll succumb. You know, those burns will kill you. You're gonna try it, and you know, you won't even make it to the next battle. Your wounds are gonna open back up. You'll bleed out before you get to swing your weapon again. Because you're supposed to be tough, right? Like, I heard you were strong, huh? I heard you're pretty strong. You had to check all the boxes, cuz. Nigga, I'm Irish. Get fucked. Vikings versus Atlantis. Vikings bore. Odin bore son. Bor's son. Yeah, don't make me tell your father. Don't make me get your father, Odin. Bor's head. Son of Bor. Odin ain't as strong as his father. Usually how it goes, cuz. Bor of Landia. 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 Bor of Landia. Landia. Come on, cuz I don't feel like typing this shit. Landia. Fuck you, nigga. I can't spell, and YouTube doesn't help. Yeah. Viking. I don't like to talk about Bor. Let's see what you got.
And mythos of Bar. Bar was Bree's son and namesake. Bar was the husband of Vesla and the father of Odin. Vili and Vig was the daughter of Bor and
Grindel. What you scared for? You know you always been a hoe. Too much for you, huh? Lady of the Lake. Hogwarts Lady of the Lake. But you think I didn't know, cuz? Hogwarts Beowulf. Nah, cuz Hogwarts is built on the fucking lake. They don't like to talk about it, but it's like it's built right there. Harry Potter, Lady of the Lake. They're like, oh yeah. Because it's like, y'all, you don't have enough history over there for me to like give a fuck. That's the point. You got like a couple of thousand years. That's it. That's not a long time, cuz. Couple of thousand years. Moors of Europe. Well, you know, I mean, for some of your shit, for me, it's like family history. It's part of my fucking DNA, stupid. And I'm not even from there, asshole. Oh, these genetic memories I have. Didn't you play Assassin's Creed, nigga? Shh.
As people,
Oh.
as either women or men. Surely,
Be like, how do I know? Cause nigga, my family was there. Stupid. Shh. They were there.
Be positive on revenues and earnings in the rearview mirror.
Good stuff. Thank you so much.
My family was there with the same fucking last name.
Alright, taking a look at what's going on in markets.
And somewhere along the way, there's like a need for difference. When I went to the family reunion, we never talked about this shit, but everybody knew it.
Yep, folks, and we're looking at a 10-year note. 3-0. I'm looking at a 2-year note. Decision from Thursday. We'll have special coverage right here on Bloomberg.
Nigga, you betting against the bank? You should never bet against the bank. That's not something you should do, because we got bank records. We have family records of the shit.
In through here, this is likely the part of the storm that's most dangerous at the eastern part.
You like the Mormon crickets?
Metro. That has a bit of a Boeing.
That's a family thing too.
Segment. That's likely some big winds rolling their way right down.
It's pretty obvious. I'm just some guy. I'm just part of the family.
You do have some heavy rain, sub-severe storms back over Fort Worth. This is one of the storms we've been watching over the last 45 minutes or so, truly.
Excuse me. Mormon crickets. The family crickets. It's a tradition. It's like, who was gonna feed? Mormons feed lizard people. Who was gonna feed you, nigga? Cause I love alligators, nigga. Go Totodile. Mormon crickets. Mormon crickets, lizard people. They're like, yeah, it's all you can eat, blah blah blah.
Go to Alco, Nevada.
Oh, my knee. Oh my gosh. Vakaba. 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 Captize. Vakaba. 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 You're getting on my nerves, dude. 420 ICBMs hit Sudan. That's what we're at. 420 Sudan. Look, Sudan. I told y'all, cut the shit out. You ain't want to cut it out, so.
And a crisis is growing in Sudan. The country is on.
Blame them. That's my answer to you. Nah, nigga, this shit's more than personal. This is family. This is a family matter. I told them, cut that shit the fuck out. How you're like doing this bullshit.
This bridge connects the city of Omdurman to Khartoum North, known.
We get married and it's like, oh, here comes some bullshit. Nigga, what the fuck?
In Sudan, the army.
Nah, we're gonna need more sacrifices. Told them niggas, like, hey, cut it out. Sudan versus Egypt. Nigga, I've been in this shit. Nobody's been doing this shit longer. It's a shame when the kids are fighting and shit, cause I hate to see kids fight each other, but I mean, what can you do about it?
Hey, I mean, how much can you really read into the price action today, given that everyone is waiting for tomorrow to go by, waiting for some kind of outcome to this election?
Why didn't they just listen, cause I don't get it.
Right, to headlines or to whether or not, you know, a poll or something is saying the vote's going to go one way or another. And listen, ultimately,
Nubia. Muslim fathers raise the worst daughters. That's why they end up marrying their cousin most of the time. Zahara. Ooh, don't be jealous now. Zahara. Oh, and Frank over there. Yeah, I'm talking about you and Frank. Man, you don't understand this shit. This ain't even like an inside thing, cuz you wouldn't fucking believe me.
The Trump trade over and done with. You do see energy kind of leading the way, and that makes sense with the underlying commodity up 3%, oil that is. Consumer staples are also up. But
damn, that's all that was in the green today, huh? Sheesh.
Services is down, consumer discretionary is down, financials, IT. So
really, like, you know, really stands the fuck out, don't it? Holy shit.
It was up as much as 2.6% today. Tempering them back a little bit with a gain of about 0.5%. So, but of course that news
anyway, yeah, we're gonna have to go back. I'm gonna say it as many times. If I gotta say it 7 times, boy, I'll tell you 7 motherfucking
average. So quite a change of time or changing time.
The significance of Anne Frank.
So we've seen some movement into that name. Hey, what's interesting, Matt, you mentioned, Scarlett mentioned, you know, the political trade, the Trump trade, pulling back on that today. So you saw the solar name.
Who else's name do you know?
Take a look at Invesco solar ETF.
That's anonymous. Like nobody is probably, huh? You wonder why? You wonder why is Anne Frank's diary that's so important? That's not no fucking coincidence, dumbass. There's no such thing. Anne Frank's diary might as well be like the Bible, basically. They're about on the same level.
Operations, which is only part of it, right? Because it very much depends on what's going on in Macau and in China. Las Vegas.
Anne Frank Ishtar Gate. Look at you.
Have you ever heard about the...
Yup. Oh, Ishtar over there. What a scumbag, cuz. Scumbag. They came right the fuck back, cuz. They came back. last millennium. So when I was working with this scumbag Target, I was like, you know, they were one of my candidates. And I'm like, hell nah, we're not getting married. Are you joking? I know exactly what type of shit.
Of course, this is a company that makes, I don't want to say
because don't believe me if you want to, it's fine. Just, you know, I know what it is.
For people who are having a problem with hair loss or erectile dysfunction. In any case, third quarter EPS was 32 cents.
I'm not gonna let you get your little revenge.
Incredibly well in this market. In terms of orders, they missed. So net orders were 2.66 million. The estimate was for 2.8
Just
million.
gonna have to take that out.
A little bit too pumped up on orders, but we do see.
And Frank, Pakistan. What's this scumbag doing here? Caused all these goddamn problems around here. I'm too old for this shit, cuz.
Tony,
Yeah. You're from Pakistan this time. They went from being Jewish to being Muslim. You don't have to believe me, cuz you don't believe anything. I say that's like really the point. If you don't believe me, you don't believe in anything, basically.
Shares of Cleveland Cliffs in the after hours. Pulling them up on the Bloomberg terminal right now.
You don't believe in reality, cuz this is reality. I deal reality out. That's reality right there. Like, you don't believe in that. So, oh well.
Slow in the delay here. $4.6 billion in third quarter revenue. Analysts were looking for $4.4 billion. And continuing loss per share was 52.
Reality.
Earnings per share 50. No, that was last year. Earnings per share 52 cents. But we're not very much.
You know, like, you got another chance. But, like, not really.
Yeah, a little slow to come, so we're trying to work our way through these numbers. Third quarter revenue 4.6, so that was.
Oh my gosh! So, you know, don't believe me, cuz it's okay.
It's down about 3.5%. It's down 35%, 36% this year too.
On range. The other big story of the day, which is this, the severe weather playing out across the plains. This is a very interesting vantage point. You might be saying, where are we looking here? This is Corey Gherkin, who, if you
you want to pan away, huh?
with him on the phone,
Yeah, go ahead and explain that.
Get some trouble with the iris of his drone there. But what he's
explain them lines you're seeing.
Taking away the super bright parts of the screen. If you've been with us, we were watching vantage point. You might be saying, where are we looking here? This is Corey Gherkin, who, if you've been with us this afternoon on Fox Weather, we checked in with him on the phone last hour. It got some trouble with the iris of his drone there, but what he's through here, and you can see the hook, the rotation, just back to the west of evening shade. When we had checked in with him,
I don't get paid, man.
There was a well-defined wall cloud, and we were watching some of the winds swirling into this particular storm. That's what it looks like right now, somewhere in between Pettit and evening shade, as this drifts farther off to the east, the northeast from there. So we'll watch that one. Did that just get dropped off, Dylan? Okay, so the confirmed tag has been removed from that. As we were looking at the radar signature, it did look like it had broadened out some. That's a good thing, but there's still rotation there, which is why the Weather Service has kept a tornado warning on there. It's just not confirmed, meaning that, hey, we don't know for sure that there's a tornado on the ground, but that particular storm could if it's not already.
I'm gonna do some streams later somewhere else. I'm going to camp, so see what that shit about over there. It's less competition, so I give pretty much any information except my social security number.
The hurricane season, we know we're back in the secondary severe weather season too. How will the
that would be crazy.
for the rest of the month? Hurricane Nicole.
Anything but my social security number, nigga.
We'll break down the November outlook and look back on some historical storms when Fox Weather Now comes right back.
You can use features like instant pay to up to 5 times a day. Pro tip, Uber's heat mapping app lets me see where demand for rides is highest, so I can make the most of my time driving. Tap the button below to sign up.
I'm tired, hungry, and cold. Dude, what are you doing? I hit circle like 4 times.
Say, look, we're not expecting to win Iowa per se, but we are the fact that she does have a 20-point lead among women voters in that poll. What are you hearing, and what do you think the significance is?
Well, Kristen, I don't think any of us expected to be looking at Iowa at this point in the election cycle. This isn't part of the timeline where we usually look at Iowa, and it threw the political world for a loop, understandably.
My big reason is because Brandy's name was Esther, and I'm like, yeah, there's gonna be some trouble with this shit.
They were surprised by it too. I want you to hear some of the conversations I've had with early voters in Lyon.
Because you never suspect that the Muslim woman looks like Anne Frank was Anne Frank. Just never. That's the point.
This is what has been historically a swing state between Republican and Democrat, so I'm not going to be shocked if this state.
Do you think that could happen here?
Okay, you gotta have to give me my reparations, but you need to understand, you're going to lose these wars. You know, I mean, I'm not going to be affected.
Yeah, I'm excited. I see the polls are leaning that way for Iowa.
Kind of the point, man.
Now, the first voter you heard from.
Seen Afghanistan? Yeah. What happened?
And something that stood out to me in this poll is the fact that senior
mine
and politically
is older.
independent women were what appears to be driving.
I predate all of this shit by like basically an infinite fucking amount.
This summer, and so it's likely that that might be something.
You could lie to yourself if you want to, but I could just like, you know, squish your whole fucking family whenever I feel like it.
The idea of their concern around reproductive rights as well as a threat to democracy, and so it is an interesting point of conversation in the campaign.
Go play at the park.
Haven't invested here. They haven't visited here, and so the pollster herself, Ann Seltzer, with the Des Moines Register for the Iowa poll, pointed out any shift that we're seeing on the ground in Iowa is all happening organically.
incredibly fascinating.
Thanks, you wanna go to the park?
So much, Antonia Hilton. You are in North Carolina, where Trump has now campaigned.
You ever like go to Tinder or some shit, and everybody's like they like The Office? I'm like, is this code for y'all have like STDs or something? That's what that shit means to me. When someone's like they like The Office, I'm like, oh, you got HIV, huh? Man, what kind of herpes do you have exactly? You got like genital herpes or like what's the deal? You know why it's called Tinder? Cause like, nigga, you gonna feel the burn.
And it's a combination of factors. So first, in the beginning of the early voting period, Republicans were coming in strong. In the last few days, they started to see the numbers from the black community in North Carolina and these young Gen Z voters sort of in the college areas. The college areas started to come out in big numbers. That might not sound like it has anything to do with North Carolina. There are parts of the electorate here that's very similar.
All that burning wood they're doing, cause
who are similar to white voters in Iowa, that's huge here. Some people have
you want to stay warm through the winter? Yeah, just go to Tinder, cuz go on a Tinder date and you'll be warm for the rest of your motherfucking life.
Many of them see him as dragging down the
You'll never be cold again. That icy hot nigga.
I was in Charlotte this weekend. When she has come, she has lit people up.
Oh, yeah, I bet them STDs will keep your ass warm through the winter, nigga.
To flip this state, but we just keep hearing from people. They think this moment is the best chance they have seen since then. And what you're seeing happen behind me here, people starting to come into the field office here in Raleigh. They're doing phone banking. They're heading out. They're planning to knock on doors. They're not going to get any of these last few hours today go to waste because they want to see some of these final numbers, this big push tomorrow. They think they can do this. We'll have to wait and see. Antonia Hilton, great reporting, great interview. Thank you so much.
Now, you search it out, and they're like, most people on Earth have fucking herpes, nigga. Like 60% of the world population got herpes, cut. Oh my gosh. You can't go to fucking India, nigga, you gonna get herpes, cut. Oh my gosh. You know, one of the places you're probably like the least likely to get herpes is somewhere like Japan. Cause them niggas ain't doing shit.
We have got to finish strong. So listen, we got hard work to do, but here's the thing. We like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work is joyful work. And make no mistake, we will win. We will win. And one of the reasons we will win is because I do believe when you know what you stand for, you know what to fight for. And we have an opportunity in this election to finally turn the page on a decade of politics that have been driven by fear and division. We're done with that. We're done. And we're exhausted with it. America is ready for a fresh start. Love you, Sify. And America is ready for a new way forward where we see our fellow American not as an enemy, but as a neighbor. We are ready. We are ready for a president who understands that the true measure of the strength of a leader is not based on who you beat down, it is based on who you lift up. And Pennsylvania, you know me, I am not afraid of tough fights, evidently. For decades, as a prosecutor and the top law enforcement officer of our biggest state, I won fights against the big banks that ripped off homeowners. I won fights against for-profit colleges that scammed veterans and students. I won fights against predators.
Alright, I'll tell you right, Kamala Harris wins. China's gonna get a female president, and then it's really over for y'all niggas. I guarantee you, cuz. Go to any nail salon, they'll tell you. Ask any black woman that goes to some Chinese nail salon, cuz. Yeah, who could forget? Who's painting your nails and your toes and your shit? Ain't nobody forget that one. I guarantee you this shit will happen. And you know, women live longer, so I mean, they'll be in power forever. Excuse me. You want some Russian woman to be like the president of Russia? Can you fucking imagine the devastation? I'm telling you, cuz. Here's like a little advance on it, so you get the fuck ready. Russia elects female president. Russia elects female president. China elects female president. Stop being a little bitch about this shit. China elects female president. China, female president. I'm telling you. Pretty much guaranteed happening. Russia, female president. Romanova. Where's your little buddy? What's that joint? Don't cats like, you know, like a ball of yarn or something? Uh-huh. Oh, you won't busy sucking on titties and sucking on pussies. Cause you're gonna fuck it up your goddamn self. I'm like, hey, no, told you. Shh. There's nothing better than like giving something to somebody, telling them not to fuck it up, and they fuck up. all fucked up. No, you'll self-destruct, cut. Kind of the point, which all fucked up. Now, where should you clone? Said your name is Toby. Looks like you got a major problem over here, huh? Not minor leagues, major leagues. Yeah, we went over this shit with Susan, didn't we? You seen what happened to Susan? Grandpa said, "Come along, Susan." Rio. Farouk. I don't know how to spell your name, Megan. I'm not sorry. I don't know. My bad. I can't spell. It's my thing. Farouk. Damn, God, can you believe that the Shadow King like bitch slaps Apocalypse, right? Shadow King versus Apocalypse. Oh yeah, the Shadow King way more powerful than Apocalypse, cause way more powerful. Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Yeah, that's him right there. Nigga, you know I don't have 9,999 fucking star chips. Fuck you. Cause you could have played this game every day for 30 years and you still wouldn't have enough. They're like, yeah, put the code in and fuck you. They said, they're like, yeah, you're some little kid, you're gonna be playing this shit forever. Going, if you were like to go back from like Master Duel to this shit right here, I mean, you it's too brutal, way too brutal. Excuse me. So it's like this, cut. You could only get about like 5-star chips from winning, like maximum. If maybe like 5 to 7. It's been so long since I played this shit. And like to get a car like Blue Eyes White Dragon, I mean, you need 9,999. So like even after like 1,000 duels, you're nowhere near the shit, I think in Duelist Kingdom, my nigga, you only needed like 10 fucking star chips, my guy. You think about that. And that's why it's called Forbidden Memories. Shadow King versus Apocalypse. Wow. Well, I mean, the fact that it's like not more videos on it, right?
Apocalypse is presumably the fiercest of X-Men villains ever, and the 12 is really...
Look, man, I don't know, maybe when you had, you know, functioning legs, Shadow King, Black Panther. Where's the Rocco Mole thing, right? I mean, come on, man. I'm not here to like solve everybody's problems, man. That'd be like really greedy. Trying to solve everybody's problems is some greedy shit. You'll think you're some type of god or something. Like, nah. No. What's that joint in Black Panther where they're like you know, like you had to like the Killmonger guy he had to like actually kill T'Challa to become the king, and like T'Challa was like super fucking dead. Killmonger kills T'Challa. Really, nigga? I mean, you like totally killed him, cause like, there's no question. He threw him off the waterfall. The nigga was dead. He's like the heart-shaped herb can resurrect you. That's about it. He was dead. He's like, you know, he's still alive. Like, nigga, you died. What are you talking about? He died. We might be Negroes, but I am not African.